Hi, boys and girls. If you could please find this page, it's page 727 in your remote learning materials. It's a math page. You may need to rip it out from your workbook, or it may be torn out and ready for you from your teacher. So on this page, you are going to follow along with me as I read instructions on what to do. We are really practicing with this lesson following directions. Okay, so first of all, Emily's teacher teaches her class a game. She uses one blue cube, one red cube, one yellow counter, and one red counter, and puts each of them somewhere on the farm picture. You're going to play this game with me, and instead of using those actual tools like Emily does, we're going to just draw them. So you will need yellow, blue, and red markers or crayons. So if you need to pause the video and go get yellow, blue, and red crayon or marker, please do so. Okay, so first, this is how we're going to play the game. I want you to take your yellow and I want you to draw a picture right here of something yellow. Just make it like a circle or something along those lines right here. I'm actually going to make mine a little bit thicker so it's a little bit easier here. Okay. Now, we're going to describe where this is. So you're just kind of following along with me. I can say that my yellow dot is above my scarecrow, my pumpkin scarecrow. I can say that my yellow dot is on the cloud. I could say that my yellow dot is up in the sky. All right, let's switch to our red now. And let's make a dot over here. Make it a silly one on this cow's nose or the bull's nose. All right, can you describe where the red dot is? You could have said the red dot is on the bull. You could have said the red dot is next to the door. The red dot is above the ground. Okay, now we're going to use blue. So pull out your blue crayon or marker. And I'm going to put my blue right up here. Can you describe where the blue dot is? You could say the blue dot is in the barn. You could say the blue dot is on the hay. Can you think of another way to describe where the blue dot is? You could say that the blue dot is above the bowl. Repeat after me. I can describe positions of shapes in the environment. So we can describe positions of shapes in the environment, and that's what we're going to continue doing. In fact, I want you to pull up page 728, which is on the back of the page we just did. And now you're going to need a marker or a crayon or pencil, but it needs to be a darker color, like a pencil would be great because you can just make a black X. And what we're going to do is you are going to put an X on the object above the bed that looks like a cube. So we're looking right here in this picture, the number 1, and we're going to put an X on the object that looks like a cube and is above the bed. Okay, next it says to draw a shape that looks like a rectangle next to the bed. Now it doesn't say which side of the bed, so you could do it over here or you could do it over here. You can pick either side. But a rectangle, remember, has 2 long sides and then 2 short sides. Okay, now can you turn to the next page, page 729? We're going to do some more of these fun games where you have to figure out where things are. Let's start by looking at number 2 here. This bowling ball, what shape, what three-dimensional shape is the bowling ball? That's a sphere, right? And what shape is this container right here? That's right, it's a cylinder. And do you know this one here? This is a cone. Can you put an X on the object that is behind another object? Which object is behind something? You should put an X on the bowling ball because it's behind the birdie. A birdie is what you use to play the game of badminton. You hit it with a racket. Okay, let's look down here at number 3. Can you find the object in the picture that is not besides the box of tissues? Okay, it can't be besides the box of tissues. So we're going to cross this one off and we're going to cross this one off because we know it can't be them. Now, we're going to put an X on the solid, it looks like on the left. So we are looking, if we know it's not these two objects, we know that it can't be the sphere, but it could be the stack of plates, which makes a cylinder, and it could be the cash register, which is down here, a cube. So I'm going to read the question again. It is not beside the box of tissues. We're going to mark an X on the solid, it looks like on the left. And we know we have to explain why a sphere is not the right answer. So right now we're going to circle the cylinder because we know that it's on this table and it can't be the sphere because it said it's not next to the box of Kleenexes. So you should have crossed off the hat, crossed off the watermelon, and circled the cylinder because we know it's the cylinder. All right, one more page. Turn to the back of the one you're on right now. We're going to go to page 730. It looks like this. All right, Carlos wants to tell a friend about different things in the locker room and where they are located. What words can he use? Be precise. We're going to put an X on the object that looks like a cylinder that is beside the object that looks like a cube. Okay, so can you find the cylinder? I see one on the bench here. Is it next to a cube like it said? It sure is. So let's put an X on that cylinder right there. Okay, the next says, Carlos says the soccer ball is behind the water bottle. What is another way to describe where the water bottle is? We could say it's under the bench or that it's on the floor. Carlos describes the rectangle poster as being above the circle clock. Do you agree or disagree? How do you know? Is this rectangle poster right here above the circle clock? No. If you said you disagree, you're right, because we know that the rectangle poster is below the clock. Great job following directions, boys and girls. Please take pictures of each of the pages you worked on with me today and submit them to your teacher on the Canvas page. I'll see you next time.